Good evening, guys, and welcome back to my channel. Tonight's video is going to be one that has been really highly requested. A lot of people have been writing me over on Instagram, especially, and saying that they're really excited to see what perfumes finally kind of stayed in my collection after I went through and have been doing so much decluttering and so much purging of my lifestyle in general. I've done bags, shoes, clothing, perfumes, loungewear, just my nail supplies, my candles, like everything in my house that somehow just really started accumulating over the last couple of years with having YouTube and with buying more stuff and getting kind of sucked into consumerism. Anyways, it's been feeling really, really good to go through and do a little bit of decluttering. And I just felt like I was ready to share my final 10 or so perfumes that remain in my collection. This video, I decided to start filming at 10 o'clock at night, so I'm going to apologize in advance for the lighting. The lighting is not the greatest, and if you don't want to listen to the intro part, because I did kind of do a bit of a vlog style in the beginning, I kind of showed you a little bit around my room, showed you the candle I was burning, showed you a couple of pieces of decor. People were asking me about a couple things in my room, and then I finally got into the perfumes. But if you don't want to watch that, you can feel free to skip ahead to when the perfumes start. I will put a timestamp. And otherwise, it's kind of just a relaxed, slow evening, kind of a vlog style, which perfumes do I have left in my collection, which I know some people really like. And it's kind of a ode back to the videos I used to do, because I used to do a lot of those kind of videos where it was like late at night. I had to talk quietly because everybody was sleeping. And the lighting wasn't super bright. It wasn't bright, natural light. It was kind of more soft, dimly lit, whatever. But anyway, in any case, I hope that you enjoyed today's video. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel. So basically what happened was I developed a passion for perfume, started out as a minimalist, developed a passion for perfume. Before I knew it, I had way too many bottles being purchased by myself and being sent to me from other companies. Kind of went over the deep end when it came to fragrance. Don't really know what happened there. But I've kind of come out on the other end of it, where I look back now and I'm just kind of judging myself for what the heck was I thinking. Some of the perfumes that I purchased, the price of some of the perfumes I purchased, what was I thinking essentially? Not a big deal if you only have a couple perfumes, but when it's a constant trying new perfumes, buying new perfumes, very expensive, my taste definitely expanded. I developed a taste for luxury perfumes. I was buying Xerjoff and Tiziano Terenzi and Royal Crown and all of these other things. Now I came out on the other side and decided to go back to my minimalist roots, which I feel so good for doing, you guys. And I have had hundreds of perfumes pass through my hands over the last couple of years, over the last 3 years or so. And these are the final 10-ish. I say 10-ish because there's, I think, 13. I kind of wanted to wait until I had that exact perfect number of perfumes, and all of them were 10 out of 10s, and I kind of wanted to wait till I got to that point before I shared this with you guys. But then I thought, you know what? No, there's never going to be that perfect time. Things are always changing. I'm allowed to change my mind about a perfume down the road and say, you know what, I actually don't really know if I want this one. I'm allowed to take it from 13 to 7 at some point if I want to. Basically, what I've been doing over the last couple of weeks is I've slowly been removing perfumes from my collection. I would say the last couple weeks to a month, I've slowly been removing. And you guys, that is not easy. Like I've talked about before in other videos and other decluttering videos and minimalism videos, every time you go back to declutter, you find that you can declutter a little bit more and a little bit more. It gets easier every time you go back and look. It's almost as if you come back and you have a fresh, clear head, and you can say, there's something else I don't think I need. There's something else. Whereas when you try to do it all in one day, it's very, very overwhelming. And I think because we're humans and we form strong attachments to things, even things like perfumes and clothing, sometimes we just have a hard time letting go of things for whatever reason. And I definitely was holding on to some perfumes for maybe a little bit of the wrong reasons, or I just had a hard time letting go of a couple of them. So anyway, over the last month or so, I've been just going back and slowly removing, really trying to listen to my gut, really trying to ask myself, do I actually need more than 10 perfumes? The answer is no, I absolutely don't. In fact, I could probably do with less. And so, yeah, that's really about it. So if you have any questions about perfumes that are not here, please don't ask me. The answer will be the same for all of them. It is because I wanted to have a smaller collection. It wasn't because there was anything wrong with any of the other perfumes. It wasn't because I didn't like them. It wasn't because they didn't last long enough or anything like that. So please don't write in the comments and say, oh my gosh, I can't believe you got rid of this, or I'm really surprised you didn't keep this, or why don't you have this? Because the answer is the same for all of the ones that I let go of which there were many. And it is just that I wanted a smaller collection, and that's all there is to it. Like I've told you guys in other videos, if you're going to justify what you keep because it's a nice thing and you like it, well, by that rationale, you could keep everything, right? So we're not even going to go down that avenue. That is not what we're here to discuss. This is no longer going to be a typical perfume thing where I'm like, oh, you know, this one was a little too this one was a little too that. It's not about that anymore. It's about, I only want about 10 perfumes, and ideally maybe even less. So without too much further ado, let's get into today's video. Sorry for this long intro, but I feel like it's important to express how I feel. And yeah, with that out of the way, let's get started. All right, guys, so before we get started in the perfumes, the candle that I'm burning is the Pink Lilac and Vanilla. This was one of their Mother's Day releases that they came out with this year from Bath & Body Works, and I really, really like it. So yeah, sorry again, you guys, that the lighting is not going to be perfect in this video because for some reason I decided that I wanted to start filming at 10 o'clock at night, which is like a throwback to what I used to do on my channel. So I do apologize that the lighting will not be great in this video, but we're going to do our best. So on my dresser, I have this tray, which a lot of people have asked about. I got this from a local drugstore that also has like a home decor section. So they had this tray and they also had a larger tray. And this is the one that I went with because the larger one was quite a bit larger and I didn't really think that I needed it. As I've talked about lots of other times on my channel, I don't really like having all of my perfumes displayed out on the dresser. I just think that it looks prettier to have just a few perfumes on display. And I really like these ones because these are a little bit more neutral and they kind of go with the vibes, and they're like, you know, black, white, beige. I just really, really like the vibes of those perfumes. So I like having them out on this tray. And the perfumes that I have sitting on this tray are this one from Chanel. This is the Paris Venice. This is an Eau de Toilette, I believe, or even maybe an Eau de Cologne concentration. And I really, really don't care for the performance of this one. It's a very pretty scent. I got it blindly, to be honest, because this was quite a while ago. Mostly because I liked the bottle. I thought that the bottle was really beautiful and would make really nice kind of home decor. I really liked the aesthetic. It wasn't very expensive. It was like $70. And I thought, you know, even if I don't like the way that it smells, it'll be beautiful decor, which it is. So this is a kind of a citrusy, like fresh lipsticky kind of scent, and it is very beautiful. It's a little bit powdery, but the performance is terrible. So I don't actually wear this one. It's nice to kind of spray your linens with. So I might start using it as like a linen spray. Not 100% sure about that. By the way, this tray actually needs to be cleaned, so I do apologize for that. I haven't dusted this tray in quite a while. Behind that one, I have KKW Body 2, I believe. Body 2, yes. So this is the one that actually smells like coconut. Yeah, it smells like coconut and musk. And you know, I can't be mad at it. I actually like it, but I don't like wearing coconut. Love the way that it smells, but coconut is not my jam, as you guys know if you watch my channel. So I literally have this bottle just for decor because I think it's really beautiful, really stunning. It looks really nice in pictures. I can't like count the number of beautiful photos I've taken of like home decor and like flat lay type photos for my Instagram that I just thought were so pretty, and this bottle is just everything. So this one, and also I would have liked the gray one of this, but I think that these have been discontinued. So I was thinking about switching this out for the gray one, but it is discontinued. But I just like how it's like a kind of a ceramic type of material and just super, super neutral and looks really beautiful as decor. And in front of that, I still have Diptyque L'Eau Papier. This is actually the newest release from Diptyque, and this is a beautiful mimosa musk sesame fragrance. It's a little bit woody. Let me just take the cap off here. I still love this perfume just as much now as when I first bought it, which was a couple of months ago, shortly after I got back from vacation in Los Angeles. And I still love this perfume just as much as I did when I smelled it there when I first got it. I don't wear it though, you guys, and it's because it is my boyfriend's signature scent at this point. He wears this so often, and whenever I smell it, it just reminds me of him. It makes me feel like I'm wearing his cologne, and it kind of makes me miss him. So I actually can't wear it at home when he's out of town working or something, because all it does is make me miss him, and it really does not feel like my perfume at all. So let me know if you guys have had that happen to you, where you tried to share a perfume with your partner and it just didn't work. Not that it smells particularly masculine, but it just smells so clean and so crisp and beautiful, and I don't know, it just smells so good, but it smells like him. Like I said, at this point, this is kind of like his new favorite scent. He wears it all the time. So I really, really love it, but it just does not suit me. It suits him. And so I will be giving this to him at some point. I may get a different diptyque at some point for myself, because to be honest, I just love the look of a diptyque bottle sitting out as decor, but also I would like, obviously, a diptyque I can wear. I don't have Eau de Well anymore, because that was a perfume that I tried many, many times, and Eau de Well just ended up being too, I don't know, there was something about it that just rubbed me the wrong way, and at the end of the day, I just didn't end up wearing Eau de Well very often. So beautiful perfume, but I don't think for me. But who knows, maybe I will eventually get the EDP instead of the EDT, even though the EDT bottle is prettier than the EDP bottle. So I'm not really sure what I'm doing there, but anyways, love the look of a diptyque bottle. I just think that they are so elegant and beautiful, and they make gorgeous decor. So when my boyfriend runs through his Low Papier, I will give this one to him, just so you guys know. But currently it's sitting here as just decor. So these are the 3 perfumes I have that don't really count toward my collection. I don't really wear them. They just kind of sit here and look pretty on my dresser. And for those of you who will ask, this is a vase that I picked up from HomeSense. It was really affordable, and I got these really nice little pampas grass from Amazon, and the pampas grass was also super affordable. To be honest, sometimes I think it's a little too boho chic for me. Like, sometimes I think it doesn't quite suit my aesthetic, but I don't know. Overall, I really love the look of pampas grass. I think going forward, I would pick either white pampas grass or like a cool toned beige. I also figured I may as well continue with this kind of vlog style perfume video, because I'm just in the mood to talk. I'm just in the mood to share with you guys some of the things that I've gotten. And I also get a lot of questions on my Instagram about certain things that are in my room. I'll just give you like a quick look at my bed. This isn't a room tour. Maybe I will do a room tour, but yeah, like I said, I've got a lot of like bluish toned like gray touches. So then I just don't know how the pampas grass fits in. But anyway, this is the setup that we've got going on right now. It's not 100% how I love it or would like it, but it's working. But eventually when I move, which will be in the next year or 2, and move into a house, I will, you know, change things up and dress things up a little bit, and probably switch out a few things for sure. But here on my nightstand, I have my salt lamp on, which I have on every single night for at least a few minutes before I go to sleep. I love my salt lamp. It's very calming and relaxing, and it just creates the perfect light and ambiance in here for before I go to sleep. Yeah, it's just very relaxing. And so I always have this on for like a couple of minutes before bed, and then I turn it off right before I go to sleep. And then I've got some flowers, because I love my floral glam type of decor. This bowl I get a ton of questions about, and I also get a lot of questions about like, do I like this hand cream and stuff like that. So this bowl is actually from H&M Home. I think it's from H&M Home, pretty sure. And it comes in a couple different sizes. I wanted the small size because I thought it would be perfect for the space. It looks really nice here, and it also looks good on the dresser, but I kind of like it being on the nightstand because it is a home for some of the things that I like to use. So to be perfectly fair, again, I purchased the Chanel No. 5 Low hand cream because it looks pretty, and I wanted it for like pretty aesthetic decor. But I also really, really like the cream because I love the smell of Chanel No. 5. If I had no limits on my perfume collection and I could just have all the perfumes that I love and were beautiful, I would have every version of Chanel No. 5, and I would also have every version of Coco Mademoiselle, Coco Noir, just the original Coco, because that's how much I love those kind of vintage, classy, glamorous like old Hollywood vibe type of fragrances. I just love Chanel No. 5. I probably will have it in my collection at some point again because I just think it is the most stunning perfume in the world. But this hand cream is really, really beautiful. It's quite moisturizing as well, and it's quite luxurious to put on right before you go to bed at night. So I do keep it here. I keep it here mostly because it's pretty, but also because it is luxurious and smells nice. This is my boyfriend's eye drops. So not super pretty or luxurious, but they're an essential and we have to have them. And this is the Laneige sleeping mask in the flavor vanilla. And I really like this, you guys. This is something that I thought was going to be one of those luxurious, expensive purchases that wasn't going to end up being worth it because it's really expensive. And I thought, why do I need this? I can just use Blistex. I can just use Vaseline. But honestly, you guys, this lasts for so long. It takes forever to go through this because you really don't need very much at all. So I've had this for months and I've hardly touched it, and I use it every single night, and it just literally looks like it's not been touched hardly at all. Even my boyfriend uses it when he sleeps over, and even with the two of us using it, it just takes forever to go through. So I actually really recommend the Laneige sleeping mask. So yeah, this definitely was a good purchase, and I like the way it makes my lips feel. So it is quite nice, and I like the vanilla scent as well. So yeah, just wanted to do a quick little rundown of my side table because I've been getting a lot of questions on my Instagram about that little bowl. People wrote me the day I posted that picture, and so many people wanted to know where I got the bowl from. So there you go. I will try to link it down below. Pretty sure it was H&M Home, not Zara, because doesn't Zara have a home thing too? I'm not sure, but maybe it says on the bottom. Let me see. H&M, yep. Yeah, H&M Home. So, and it wasn't very expensive either. It's just really beautiful. So I'm just going to open up the doors of my closet because I like to share how I store my perfumes, where I keep them. It's part of the whole thing. As you guys know, my dream was to whittle my perfume collection down to enough perfumes, a small enough number of perfumes that they would all fit on a tray. And I think they all fit on a tray currently. Maybe it would be a little cramped, but I'm pretty sure that they all fit because currently, you guys, I only have 13 perfumes in my collection. There are a couple perfumes I'll share as I go through them. There was a couple perfumes that I was considering letting go of, and I just couldn't bring myself to let go of them. I was having a hard time, and there's one perfume that I was thinking of letting go of, but I can't because it's my only freshie. It's my only light, shampoo-y, freshy, airy fragrance, and I feel like everybody needs one of those in their collection, so I'll show you what those are. Otherwise, this is what it looks like now. I did get rid of my little glass container there that held my travel size perfumes because I only have 3 travel size perfumes left. Those are in the office as office decor, but I didn't think I really needed them sitting out here holding a whole bunch of perfumes anymore. So that is what the bookshelf looks like. Yeah, so let me just give you a little shot of my closet, which is actually clean and organized. I've been doing a lot of decluttering. I posted a decluttering video not too long ago, and I shared like little tips and tricks for curating your perfect wardrobe. So if you're interested in that video, definitely check it out. That is up on my channel. But this is kind of the present state of affairs of my closet. Again, I do apologize that the lighting is not perfect because we're doing this at night. So I'll just give you an overview and then I'll go through the perfumes one by one because I know most people are interested in the perfumes, but this is what the closet looks like. And I'm really, really happy with it. I do have a couple new pairs of shoes since I did my last video about curating your perfect wardrobe and keeping a minimalist wardrobe because you guys, shoes are my muse. I love shoes. I love shoes. So I have one pair of shoes that I ordered from Lulu's in the States because I've been wanting a pair of feathery heels. You might be able to see those. They are there on the top shelf, those feathery heels. I'll show you up close if you like. And also my wonderful boyfriend spoiled me the other day and bought me a new pair of sneakers. He's so funny. He likes to buy me things that he likes, even if I didn't specifically ask for them or didn't ever voice that I wanted them. If he likes the way something looks, he'll like offer to buy it for me because he wants me to have things he likes. So he bought me this pair of Stan Smith sneakers, these Adidas, which, you know, I'm happy with because I love this style of sneaker. And I think that they're pretty chic and pretty like effortlessly casual, and they go with so many different outfits. So I'm really happy to have them because I was telling you guys in my wardrobe curation video, I think it was my wardrobe curation video, that the next time I bought a luxury item, it was going to be a pair of sneakers. So I don't know if you consider Adidas to be a luxury item, but I really, really like them. And I think that they're pretty luxurious. Which, by the way, sizing for Adidas is so crazy. I literally have to go a whole size down in Adidas. But those are my new sneakers. And then these are the shoes that I got from Lulu's. Actually, I think I have them backwards. Let me just fix them. So these are so stinking cute, you guys. They are a feathery, they're a feathery kind of a heel, and they are a nude color. And I just love them. They are going to be absolutely perfect to wear with like a fairly basic, I would say like a fairly basic neutral white dress for going out at night, which I have a couple of dresses, and I really want to bring these with me the next time I go on vacation, but I think I'm going to bring something a little bit more plain so that I have more options. But these are just so fun and so cute, and I was wanting a pair of feathery heels for the longest time. These were on sale for I think $35, you guys. $35, I could not pass them up. I actually really like ordering from Lulu's because they have a lot of really nice trendy designer inspired pieces for accessories. So I actually really like their dresses, and I really like their shoes. They're kind of a slightly better quality than like H&M Forever 21. They're also really comfortable, believe it or not. And they're a pointy toe sandal, and I just love them. So that's my newest shoe acquisition. And then what I did was I put everything on the shelves. So I took the winter boots that were down there and I put them on the shelves, and I moved some of the shoes over onto the shelf just to free up some floor space because I don't like the way it looks when I have a lot of stuff sitting on the floor. And other than that, there's nothing new or interesting about my closet. But if you guys want to see my video about how I kind of curate my wardrobe, and I actually need to go through and do a little mini declutter because honestly, this skirt, I do not think I'm going to wear this skirt. I love it, but I really don't think I'm going to wear it. So I feel like that's one of those items I'm probably holding on to for the wrong reasons. All right, and now let's go through my perfumes. So just so that the lighting is better, I'm actually going to pull this out of the closet, and I'm just going to go through one by one. I thought about like surprising you guys and showing them one at a time and putting them on the shelf. But I think I'm just going to go through them one by one because I like seeing what people have on a tray, and I like visualizing the whole collection at once, and we're just going to do it. All right, guys. So like I said, the lighting would have been a lot nicer in here if I would have done this in the daytime, but this is just what we're working with. We're filming later at night. And yeah, like I said, it's just going to be an ode to my previous days on YouTube when I would get this urge to film at like 10 o'clock at night. And so we're just dealing with the lighting in my bedroom. So these are the final 13. I believe there's 13 perfumes that I have. And I was going to wait to do this video until I had it down to ideally like 7 to 10. I kind of wanted to get it to actually below 10. That was kind of the sweet spot. That was the number I was looking for. I still wouldn't mind doing that. And I guess it'll just come down to like using up bottles and seeing what's going to be repurchased, and also just seeing if I get sick of anything. Because like I said, there is one perfume in here, well, a couple perfumes that I'm not really gravitating toward that much anymore, but I keep them for specific reasons. But if I was to get rid of those 2 perfumes, I would be down to 11. And I also think that I'm getting the new Kayali perfume coming out. I don't even follow Kayali on Instagram anymore. I didn't even know they had a new perfume release, but I got a notification from Huda Beauty that something's on the way from Huda Beauty, and I did not order anything. So I think they're sending me their newest perfume and PR. So we'll see how I like that one as well. I actually have high hopes for it because that one is a sandalwood perfume apparently, and it just looks beautiful. And I have recently developed a love for sandalwood. So I'm actually kind of pumped. Like I'm low-key pumped about the new Kayali perfume, and it's going to be here tomorrow, you guys. So I'm stoked about that. Okay, so let's go through these perfumes one by one. Let me know in the comments below if you're surprised by any of these, that any of them made it, if you're surprised that any did not make it. Definitely some of my absolute favorites of all time are no longer sitting here, but you guys, like I probably stated in the intro when I did the intro to this video, if I use the rationale of keeping everything that I think is beautiful and that I love, then by that justification, I could just keep every perfume. And obviously I'm not going to do that. There's a lot of perfumes that are beautiful that I love. Does not mean that I need them in my collection. So yeah, these are the final 13 that are still here. So let's just go through. Okay, so in the very back, we have one that probably will not come as a surprise. This is Christian Louboutin Loubi Rouge. This was a blind purchase of mine a couple of years ago. Fell in love with it. This is a vanilla, iris, and cardamom perfume. And this is the perfume in my collection that is special occasion. Makes me feel very bougie, makes me feel very luxurious. It doesn't mean that I only wear it for those occasions. I think I actually wore it. When did I wear this? I think I wore this for like a day trip to the city the other day just to go out for dinner with my boyfriend and stuff and go shopping. But this is just such a beautiful, luxurious, pretty perfume. And I still love this one just as much today as when I first got it, you guys. And it just is such a me fragrance. I just love how it has like this soft, woody, slightly spicy component. It's got this beautiful, luxurious, like lipsticky vanilla kind of scent. It's just absolutely, absolutely stunning. And I have been going crazy with this one when I've been wearing it. I've been spraying it a lot. I kind of feel like now that I've whittled down my collection, I'm justified in just like going ham with my perfumes and wearing the heck out of them because that's what they're made to do. And when I had a collection that was huge, I found it really difficult to wear any of them because I was so overwhelmed. And so I would be like, well, I'll wear this one and I just I won't spray very much of this one because it's so expensive. And I had all these weird like complexes about my perfumes. And now that I've whittled it down to my favorites, I feel like I can just go crazy because if I run out, I can always get another one and I will feel justified in bringing it back because I know it's a favorite. So I don't know if that makes sense, but I've been wearing the heck out of my perfumes now and I've been taking so much more joy in doing that. So that is Loubi Rouge. The only complaint I would say about Loubi Rouge is the performance is not wonderful. I wish it would have more projection and more sillage, especially for the price. Longevity, not bad, especially in clothing. It will last a couple days in clothing, but the sillage and the projection is not great. And this is definitely the most expensive perfume in my collection. Ordered it from Saks, Fifth Ave. The next one is Armani Code Satin. So this is kind of a surprise that I still have this one in my collection, especially over some of my other ones, because as you guys know, I don't like to fall in love with perfumes I can't repurchase. I don't like to keep perfumes that are discontinued because I feel like if I become super attached to it and it becomes an all-time favorite, I'm not going to be able to replace it. So I sort of kind of want to cut my ties with discontinued perfumes. However, I do have a backup of this one, and this is one of the few ones that when I wear it, my boyfriend actually compliments me on it. I hope we're in focus here. Yeah, my boyfriend actually compliments me when I wear this perfume, and he doesn't compliment all my perfumes, just specific ones that he really likes. And I really, really love this one. This is a sweeter, more like chocolatey, smooth, nighttime, silky, sexy version of the original Armani Code, which is a beautiful, sexy perfume in and of itself. However, the original Armani Code was a little too shampooey and floral for me, and they've reformulated it, and the new version of Armani Code is not what it used to be. Still a sexy one. I'm super, super sad that this one's discontinued because this is one I would love to just keep in my collection. I love it so much, you guys, and I love wearing it, and it just makes me feel incredible. It's one of the best perfumes in my collection. And it's just a real shame that they discontinued it. I don't know why they would do that. I kind of hope they bring it back. But when I run out of this one and my backup, I don't know what I'll do. I don't know if I'll buy the original Armani Code because it kind of has the DNA, or if I'll look for something similar to replace it with. I'm not sure, but I love Armani. Armani makes a lot of great fragrances. Beside that one, we have an old favorite, and this is Juicy Couture Gold Couture. This is my favorite Viva La Juicy fragrance. This is a caramel, jasmine, and berry, I want to say. I think there's jasmine in here. And this is just a super sexy, flirty, sweet caramel fragrance. It's definitely the most like youthful and flirty and playful, and I could say maybe juvenile out of all the ones in my collection. It definitely doesn't smell like my age. It definitely doesn't smell sophisticated or anything like that. It's just a fun, flirty perfume. And this is kind of that perfume that I wear when I want to Netflix and chill, when I want to get close to my partner, when I want to smell a little bit more flirtatious. This is the perfume that I wear. So it kind of has a time and a place. I have been wearing this perfume for years. I love it. I I don't think I'll ever get tired of Gold Couture. I always say that, and I really don't think I ever will. The bottle is also really fun. And this is my favorite from the entire Viva La Juicy range. Although I think that they all like are kind of fun and playful, but this one for me just takes the cake, I think, because it's caramel. In the next row, we have Kayali Vanilla 28. So this one shouldn't come as a surprise. You guys know this is one of my favorite Kayali perfumes, my favorite perfumes in general. And check out the dint. I'm officially over halfway through this bottle. So I am really making headway in this, and I do have a backup of this one. I've been trying to wear this one a lot more lately just to get through it because I do have a backup and I don't want it to go bad. The juice is super, super dark. It's like dark brown at this point, and it doesn't mean that it's gone bad, but it's very rich. And I can tell that if I don't wear it up in the next like 6 months to a year, it might start smelling a little weird. It's just getting to that point where it's like kind of old and needs to be worn. But I love it. It's such a sweet, beautiful, ambery, brown, sugary type of vanilla orchid fragrance. Very sexy, very sweet, very fun, very playful, and at the same time, it's like an easy reach. So I really like this one for just anytime, anywhere, all year round. It's a great vanilla, and it's very versatile and a really good layering perfume as well. So yeah, I'm kind of excited to try that that new one coming out from Kayali, the wedding one. Kind of excited to see, because I didn't even look up the notes, you guys. I don't even know what's in it. All I know is there's sandalwood. But if they combined sandalwood and vanilla somehow, you guys, if they did that, we could have ourselves a new love. Okay, the next one is Chanel Chance Eau Tendre. This is the EDP version. Now this one, you guys, check out that dint too. The reason I have such a big dint in here though is because I feel like I have to spray a lot of this. And this is the one that I was thinking of letting go of, but I kept it because it is my only true freshie out of every perfume sitting on this shelf, aside from maybe one or two. This is my only true freshie. And I feel like everybody needs a fresh shampoo. Just got out of the shower, I'm clean, I washed my hair, that kind of fresh fragrance, especially for those super, super hot summer days. But like I say, I feel like I need to spray a lot of this, and I do spray a lot of it. And I don't get compliments when I wear this. Like, I don't know if people can smell it on me. Maybe I need to wear it more often. Maybe I need to wear it around my boyfriend. Maybe I need to ask people, hey, can you smell my perfume? But I just feel like I need to spray a lot of this one. And that kind of annoys me, but it's beautiful, it's fresh, it's clean. Maybe I will get rid of this one and get something like Chance Eau Vive or Chance Eau Fraiche or something like that, because I want a fresh, clean Chanel. Or maybe I'll get rid of this one and get number 5 Low. That one's also a fresh, clean, beautiful. You know, and I like this one. It's not that I don't like it. I'm just kind of tired of it. Like, I just don't gravitate toward it that much anymore. I prefer my other Chanels over this one. Don't really know what I'm doing with that one. Let me know if you have similar experiences with this one as well, feeling like you need to spray a lot. The next one is one that I don't even know if I've mentioned yet on this channel. I think maybe I mentioned it in a collection video a few months ago, but this is Killians I Don't Need a Prince by My Side to Be a Princess. The way in which this perfume has grown on me, you guys, I can't even explain. I love the way this smells. And when I first smelled it a couple years ago, I liked it a lot, but it wasn't an absolute love. And then I revisited it and really, really liked it. And then having it now, I love the way this smells, you guys. It is so addictive. That marshmallow that's in here mixed with that kind of green tea vibe. And it's kind of powdery and it's soft and fluffy, kind of rich at the same time. And it's just very, very addictive. I love this fragrance and I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoy wearing it. So this one, I didn't even like, when I was going through my perfumes and when I was slowly kind of curating down, it's not like I took this and I knew. I didn't go through and choose my favorites, by the way. What I did was I slowly removed the ones that I wasn't gravitating toward. I slowly removed any perfume that I just didn't love or gravitate toward as much as the others, and I left the ones that I was gravitating towards and that I was loving. So this one just ended up still being there kind of through process of elimination. So anyway, absolutely love it, you guys. It's a great one for fall, winter. And I'm really, really looking forward to wearing that one again come the end of summer. Although I feel like you can probably wear it any time of year, really. Okay, in the next row, I have the two that I was kind of thinking I might let go of. I was hemming and hawing. Actually, when I posted on my Instagram that I had perfumes for sale, those two were in the list. And then I had a couple people ask for them, and I kind of retracted and was like, actually, wait a minute. I don't know if I want to let them go. And those perfumes are Santal d'Anchat and Poison Girl. So let's start out with Poison Girl. So Poison Girl is a perfume that I have given a chance to many, many times. As you guys know, this is like my second bottle of Poison Girl, I think maybe my third, because over the years I've tried it, let it go, tried it again, let it go. I really like this one because it's very easy. It's a very easy reach. I've shared that with you guys before in other videos. It's a really easy reach if I don't know what to wear and I just want something that's sweet, that's fun, flirty, feminine, with a bit of a sexiness to it. However, I think sometimes I don't love it that much because I feel like it's a little bit young for me in a sense. It's kind of like, I don't know, it smells very young a little bit to me. But I really love the orange creamsicle vanilla almondy accord that's going on in here. I find it really addictive and I think it does have that it factor. It has that thing that I like. The same reason I love Armani Code Satin is the same reason I love Poison Girl from Dior. But the reason I've kept it, even though I keep hemming and hawing with it so much, aside from the fact that it's an easy reach, is that layered with Santal d'Anchat, believe it or not, it's a very unlikely pairing combination, but layered with Santal d'Anchat, it is amazing. And I discovered this by accident because I was kind of spraying my perfumes one day, trying them on my skin, seeing how I felt about them, revisiting them. And I sprayed this one and Poison Girl, one on each arm the same day. And later on, when I left my house and walked outside, I smelled so good and I couldn't figure out, I was like, what am I wearing? What smells so good? And I realized it was the combination of this and Poison Girl together. So Santal d'Anchat by itself is an absolutely stunning, stunning perfume. I've told you guys in other videos, this was a very quick, easy love for me. This is a kind of a fresh bergamot sandalwood fragrance. I think there's also some floral notes or like some violet leaf or something. There might even be cardamom in here. It's kind of a lighter, slightly fresher, more summery take on a sandalwood perfume. It's not as heavy as Santal 33. It's not screechy. To me, it doesn't smell like dill pickles. It just smells like a beautiful, clean, classy, upscale, feminine sandalwood fragrance. It is so sophisticated. It's probably one of the most sophisticated scents in my entire collection. I love it. It actually makes me want to go back to Les Labo and revisit Santal 33 because that's how much I love this. So that's why I'm saying I'm kind of pumped for this Kayali perfume because it's supposed to be a sandalwood, I think. And if it's like a really good sandalwood perfume, you guys, I might fall head over heels in love with it because I've really developed a thing for sandalwood. But yeah, this perfume is beautiful on its own. And when I layer this one, when I layer Santal 33 and Poison Girl, I don't know what it is about it, but it's like the sweetness and the classiness. It's the sweetness of the Poison Girl, the sexiness and the flirtatiousness of the Poison Girl, combined with the cleanness and the sophistication and the brightness and the crispness of the Santal d'Anchat. I don't know what it is, but they're just really good together. And I think that Santal d'Anchat would be a great layering perfume with other vanillas. I actually think it would be really good with Black Opium Les Parfums. So maybe I'll try that out one day. And if I like Santal d'Anchat and Black Opium Les Parfums together, I might be able to get rid of Poison Girl because, like I said, I'm not really sure how I'm feeling about Poison Girl. I go back and forth with that one, but I do really like it. And as you can see, there is actually like a decent dent in that bottle. I've been using it. So that's that one. All right. And then we get into, well, some more favorites. Obviously they're all favorites, so they wouldn't still be here. In the next row, we have Chanel Gabrielle Essence. This is a beautiful white floral, yellow floral, musky with like a little bit of a kind of a vanillic undertone to it. There's a little bit of coconut. I think there's even patchouli in here. I'm not even sure all the notes. This is just a beautiful, bright, pretty, clean, slightly sweet Chanel fragrance for women. Great for the summertime. I think there's even a little bit of fruit in here as well. So I always tell people that Gabrielle Essence is like your modern, youthful take on like a Chanel Chance. If Chanel Chance is too dated for you, and if Coco Mademoiselle is too strong for you, and number 5 is also too dated and too heavy and too powdery for you, this is a beautiful one because it's very youthful and fresh and clean, but still has that timeless Chanel elegance about it, and I absolutely love it. I also want to go back and revisit the Gabrielle, just the original one. But you guys know me, I'm a sucker for Chanel. I kind of want Chanel beige at some point. I'm not at this point wanting to buy perfumes. Like I said, I'm going on vacation in a few weeks, and I don't really have my heart set on going perfume shopping, to be honest. I'll still see what there is. Like if we happen to go into a store, I'll definitely visit the counters, but I'm not looking for perfumes to add to my collection. But yeah, maybe when I run out of this one, who knows? We'll see what happens. If I run out of another one, if I decide to let go of Chanel Chance EDP, the Otendre, who knows? I may bring another Chanel into my collection because Chanel is a house that I can just own many of because I love so many Chanel. So that's a favorite. Love it. Haven't had a chance to wear it yet this summer, but now that I've whittled my collection down, I think I definitely will be able to get more use out of that one for sure. Beside that one, we have Mon Guerlain from Guerlain. This is an obvious favorite, cult classic. So many people love it. This is a lavender vanilla fragrance. It has a little bit of licorice in it. And this is just a gorgeous, very elegant, pretty, sophisticated, cozy kind of fragrance. And I get so many compliments on this one. And again, look at the dint, you guys. I'm just about halfway through. I've been able to wear it a little bit more often. I've been able to wear them all a little bit more often now that I've decluttered, which makes me really, really happy. Sorry, we're going in and out of focus here. But I absolutely love this one, you guys. This will always be a favorite for me. I like it a little bit more for fall, winter, and I like it a little bit more for nighttime. But it's cozy, it's feminine. It literally just feels like you're getting a hug from a special woman in your life, whether that's your wife, your mother, your whoever. So I love this one. And I kind of want the intense version at some point, either maybe when I run out of this one or if I let go of a different one. The intense version is amazing, like absolutely amazing. Highly recommend the intense version if you want something a little bit more heavy in the vanilla direction. Okay, beside that one, we have Black Opium Les Parfums. This is the newest release from Black Opium. I absolutely love it. This one is very similar to the other Black Opiums, but it's less sort of like clubby going out nighttime version, and it's a little bit more daytime. It has some solar notes in there, and it also has a lot of vanilla. So the solar notes make it a little lighter and airier, and almost like you could wear it any time of year, even during the day in the summer. It's not cloying, it's not heavy, it's not super sweet, it doesn't smell like a teenager going to a club. Not that I think that all the other ones smell that way, but I think you guys kind of know what I mean. And by all means, nothing wrong with smelling like a teenager going to a club. I like that vibe. That's why I like Black Opium. That's why I like Gold Couture. I kind of like that young, flirty, fun vibe. There's nothing wrong with it. This one is just a little bit more, I feel like it smells a little bit more mature, maybe a little more sophisticated, a little more daytime. And this one, because it has all that vanilla, is just so, so addictive. I love wearing this one, you guys. This has become one of my new favorite perfumes. Yeah, I love it so much. I'm really looking forward to trying this with the Santal d'Ancha because I actually think this might even be better than Poison Girl. I think this might be better. So yeah, love this one, you guys. I can't get enough. I think it's that perfect Black Opium for me. And I've tried all of them. I've owned quite a few of them, and I just really like this one. So that is the Les Parfums. Performance, not terrible, but not amazing. Yeah, but not bad at all. Like, I can't complain about the performance, really. And in the final row, we have a longtime favorite. This is Viktor and Rolf Flower Bomb. And this is a perfume that I've had in my collection, not this exact bottle, but this perfume for many years. I have been wearing this perfume now going on 7 or 8 years, you guys. This was my signature scent for quite a while. I love it so much. I still love it just as much today as I did in the past. I will say that I feel like it's very, very sweet. It is coming across a lot sweeter to me these days than it ever did. And I don't know if that's just because my palate has changed or whatever the case is, but to me, it's definitely a lot sweeter than I remember it being. 7 or 8 years ago, I used to feel like it was more spicy and sophisticated, and these days I feel like it's definitely more sickly sweet, but I still love it, and the dry down is phenomenal. I love the way my clothing smells if I wear this for like a date night or to spend the evening with my boyfriend, and the next day I pick my shirt up and I give it a sniff or whatever, and I can still smell this perfume, and the dry down just smells so beautiful, and the performance is amazing. It's sexy, but it's also signature scent worthy, but it's also everyday wearable. It's just super, super versatile. I love it so much. See, the way that I'm talking about this one, it makes me think like, why am I holding on to this one just because that's a freshie, an everyday freshie? You know what I mean? I should not hold on to any perfume that I'm at all hemming and hawing about. And if that's the case, I got to get rid of these two. Poison Girl and Chance Otandra EDP. But I'm not going to do that in today's video. We'll see what happens. I'm not in a hurry. But yeah, like leaps and bounds, you guys. I like this one leaps and bounds than compared to those other ones. And the final one that I have is another Chanel. And this one almost made it out of the collection so many times. I actually had this in my declutter bin. It was posted for sale for a long time. And really cheap too, like $40, and nobody took it. And this is Chanel Chance, just the original, the EDT version. I kind of want the EDP back. I was thinking I might sell this one and get the EDP. Because the EDP is a little bit more vanillic. It's a little richer. This one's a little fresher, but still not like fresh and clean shampoo-y, but it is a little bit fresher. This is a patchouli, pink pepper, hyacinth fragrance, I believe. I think there might even be a little bit of pineapple or something in the opening. It's very sophisticated. It's very classy. It kind of smells almost a little bit masculine, like when I spray this on my gym shirt, for example, and I go to the gym, a couple days later, if I smell that gym shirt, it will smell like I sprayed my boyfriend's cologne on my shirt, or it'll smell really laundry fresh and like crisp and almost cologne-like. So this has a very classy, sexy, sophisticated vibe to it, and I just absolutely love it. I dug it out of the clutter bin and I wore it again, and I still love it, but I do kind of want to revisit the EDP version. And I think that that's perfectly fine. You know, one thing that I am not doing to myself anymore is putting myself, being hard on myself, I guess, and not letting myself change my mind. Even now, coming to you guys after, you know, a couple of years of really not knowing what the heck I was doing. Like, was I collecting? Was I decluttering? Was I keeping it small? Was I letting it grow? Even after a couple of years and feeling afraid and kind of embarrassed to, you know, change my mind about things, because you always put yourself open to criticism, and you always put yourself open to people judging you or saying rude things or whatever, people not understanding. But one thing I'm not doing anymore is being hard on myself, and I'm letting myself make those decisions and change my mind and be a little wishy-washy with things and say, you know, I really don't know how I feel about this one. I don't know if I want to keep this one, and that's okay. You don't have to be 100% certain about every single thing that you do. Changing your mind is not bad. If we didn't change our mind, we wouldn't grow. We wouldn't change. We wouldn't evolve. We absolutely have to be able to change our mind about things. And I think it's really fun and really neat to see the progression and to see what perfumes, you know, really stood the test of time and stood out to me and are still here. And it doesn't mean that I might not go to my declutter bin because I had some perfumes posted for sale. Not all of them sold. I have a couple of them sitting in my closet. It doesn't mean I'm not going to go there, and I might not pull one bottle out and try it again and maybe put it back here again and, you know, maybe switch a couple of them out. Doesn't mean that might not happen at some point. But these are, I mean, it's pretty safe to say that these are kind of my all-time absolute like favorites. The only three that I'm kind of like, I would say are not 10 out of 10s for me at the moment is Chanel Chance EDT, because I'm still kind of tired of it. I still love it, but I'm kind of tired of it. Poison Girl, which has always played games with my mind, and Chanel Chance Otandra, just because, yeah, it's nice, but like, do I have to have it? But all the other ones are like 10 out of 10. I love them. I love them. I love them. I love them, which means ultimately I have 10 favorites here in front of me if you get rid of those other three. So yeah, so that is the perfumes that I have currently, I'm super happy. I'm super proud. It looks so much more clear to me when I open up my closet doors and I go to choose a perfume in the day. It is so easy for me to pick a perfume because, for example, if I'm going out for a date night, the ones I would choose from would be Louis Rouge, Armani Code Satin, Gold Couture, or Victor and Rolf Flower Bomb. Those would be the 4 that I would gravitate toward for a date night. If I'm going to the gym, the ones I would gravitate toward might be Gabrielle Essence, Chanel Chance Tendre, or Chanel Chance the EDT, or maybe even Santal d'Anchat. That one's pretty fresh. If I'm wearing something for cozy night in, I would gravitate toward Mon Guerlain, Cali Vanilla, or Princess. So it's very easy for me to choose a perfume now. I don't have to think too hard. I'm reaching for them more often. As a result, my dints are getting bigger faster. So I'm just super, super happy with my final 13. And again, ideally I would have only 7, but that would be hard because I would be letting go of some loves. So maybe 7 is not my perfect number. Maybe it'll never be my perfect number. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with them. So that is it for today's video, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed. And again, I'm sorry for the lighting, that it's not great. I just was inspired to film this video tonight. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.